Good morning, Ashley. How are you today? Hey, so it's funny that you came in because I was thinking about doing a video on paint repair for people. I know every once in a while we'll get a chip in your paint, either from a rock or a door ding. They're actually pretty simple to fix, but it does require a little bit of a technique. And I just happened to borrow Teresa Carmichael's stapler. I was coming down the steps and I slipped and I dropped her stapler. I don't want her to find out, so I'm going to fix this real quick. Some people apply the paint in a manner that doesn't blend in quite as well as it could. I'm going to show you what we see some people do and my technique. It's called a dry brush technique. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to mix up my paint. This is just like Home Depot. Before you take it home and use it, you have to mix your paint up. It actually has a code right here on the paint. Our parts department will help you get the exact match for your vehicle. Not a problem. Most important part of this, surface preparation. So you're going to want to do this on a warm environment. Park it in your garage if it's a day like today, if it's a little bit rainy out there. We're just going to use a little bit of light rubbing alcohol, get any bugs or grease or grime or road dirt off of there. Nice little surface prep right there, very easy. Now I'm going to show you what I've seen in the past. These have a nice handy little brush right on the tip, but it loads a lot of paint on there. So if people come along and put a daub of paint on there, that's not going to dry as well as the dry brush technique. Let me load this again. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe that brush off, and I'm going to come over here to a clean cloth, and I'm going to actually extract most of the paint right off of there until it just barely marks the paper. And then I'm going to come along and do a very gentle, very minimal application of paint. And this may take more than one application. And we're going to come back to that, let it dry and make a second application. If you get a little bit on the stem, just like I did there, not a problem if you get to it. We'll just take that alcohol solution that you had on your towel, and we're going to kind of just pick that up with the towel. Piece of cake. We'll let that dry for just a minute, and we'll come back to it in just a second. Hey, we're back again. So we let this dry for a few minutes again in our nice, warm, dry environment. Just right before it dries, about 5 minutes in, I like to take my finger, if it's a big scar like that, and just use finger pressure to kind of roll that in. It just blends that in nicely. But you can see that, but with two applications right here, that was a pretty big scar. It's blended away pretty well. Here we have a pile of paint. If you were doing this on your vehicle, it's going to look like it has leopard spots. Again, we exaggerated just a little bit with this scar on here, but rock chips are pretty normal. That actually looks pretty good. Maybe even the third application, we could probably blend that into nothing. Then a little bit of wax on it on a nice day, and you're just not going to see it. All right, everybody, if you have any questions about doing paint repair, chips on your vehicle, come in and see us. We can help walk you through it one time, but hopefully this video is helpful for you, and you'll be able to do it at home. Have a nice day, everybody.